Welcome back to Best of Formula Dank. This time we are looking at the month of September 2025. I'm in Singapore. What a great backdrop for a video. This is the bit where I will insert a quick balcony shot of Singapore. That's turn 7. That is turn 14. Okay, I'm going to be honest with you. It's the 4th of October. I forgot to film this on the 1st of October, but we're going to look through the last 30 days of Formula Dank and find the best posts that make us chuckle. Lando Norris pit stop at Singapore Grand Prix. Of course, it's the standard pit stop with gun, because every time Lando had a pit stop in the last 3-4 races, it's been like 6 seconds. What was the last race? Oh, Baku, yeah. Another one there. Please God, let Max Verstappen win WDC. It would be so fucking funny. I've definitely seen this Timmy Turner meme before. I think I saw it last week at some point. Is Max going to win the World Championship? I don't know. This was 23 days ago. That puts us in Monza, doesn't it? Max right now. Just Jordan Belfort throwing fastest laps. 27 days ago, was that Zandvoort? Did he do a lot of fastest laps in Zandvoort? I can't remember. I've definitely seen this image before. I don't think it's OC. Also, this is an very old picture of Max, because he's got 33 on his hat still, and he hasn't worn 33 in a while. Duality of man. Max when F1, I sleep. Max when GT cars, real shit. This was when he got his GT4, he did his GT4 race and got the license. This is not after he got his GT3 win at the Nordschleife, so probably more of that to come. Debut in Red Bull, P1. Debut on a Red Bull, P1. Debut on a Ferrari, P1. I'm going to assume that's a foreign language thing. I'm going to give that a free pass. But yeah, Max is the most recent Ferrari winner in Formula 1. How about that? Let's settle the debate. Who has the most lethal weapons in their arsenal? Osama bin Russell or Banzai Verstappen? Let's dive into the comments on this one, shall we? Antonelli is eager and willing. I want nothing less for the jihad. Inshallah, Osama bin Russell's master plan will knock out the papaya team with the new kamikaze. Taliban Tonelli is some of the greatest wordplay this sub ever produced. Osama bin Russell was the first draft and it shows. Oh, and there's Taliban Tonelli. Okay. I'm going to get out of the terrorism zone. Toto Wolf says Max Verstappen is a Piastri DNF away from being back into title contention. That was 10 days ago, so well, straight after Baku. So Toto's wish or Toto's prediction definitely came true. I've kept the bar a bit higher this time. I've gone for posts with 7k likes and over. Mercedes, unwell all weekend, P2. Mercedes have been so good at embracing this Woody meme and turning it on its head when George does unexpectedly great things. This is a very good example of that. More terrorism. Praying for the survival of Sainz and Lawson. Sainz and Lawson happy they qualified in the top 3. The 2 MFs starting behind them. Okay, I'm gonna move on because I don't want to keep repeating the Mercedes thing. Please never change Piastri. This was really cinematic, wasn't it? Piastri just chilling with his bananas and bottles of water. Absolute cinema. I keep thinking the absolute cinema guy is RFK Jr. It's Martin Scorsese, isn't it? Lewis fans going through hell right now. Sainz getting a podium before the driver that replaced him at Ferrari. Yeah, I've actually used that Sainz Giga Chad image before. Who would have guessed a Sainz Williams podium before a Lewis Hamilton Ferrari podium? Probably not many people, but it happened. Ferrari fastest in FP1. Don't do that, don't give me hope. This might have been the falsest false dawn I've ever seen in Formula 1. FP1 and FP2 in Monza. Ferrari and Williams just seemed ridiculously quick. And then everything just fell apart from Saturday. I'm struggling to recall what happened in that race right now. Mid-race for those drivers, considering how much pace they had on the Friday. Chris Lullum gets no mics, and then Max Verstappen gets all the mics. He was the other driver in Max's GT3 win. He deserves his flowers. Obviously, Max got all of them because that's the story. But yeah, shout out to Chris Lullum. Hope you're well if you're watching, which I'm sure you are, because this video series has had, on average, I think 10 views. So, hi Chris. Max is only good because the car is built around him. Seeing Max put a whole minute gap to the rest of the grid in an old school track with a random Ferrari. Yeah, if you're going to prove yourself anywhere, you're going to do it at the Nürburgring. And Max is just Jim Clark reincarnated. He will drive the wheels off anything. All he wants to do is drive a car fast. And he does. That's all he does. Turn 1 tomorrow. Max flying off happily. Science versus Lawson war crimes. That was the implication, wasn't it? That there's going to be chaos behind. But actually, they kept a pretty steady ship. All right, balanced. Starting grid, Charles P149, Lewis P7. End of the race, Charles P6, Lewis P7. I don't get it. Is that supposed to show that like Lewis just stays where he is and Charles always moves from qualifying? I don't know. Kimi crashed into Charles. We need you to retire the car. It's only fair. Guys, I am already crashed. Oh, we completely forgot about you. I'm useless. Some reading between the lines here. Lewis did call himself useless. Ferrari did forget about him. And then the top one is obviously the papaya rules. When you wait the whole week to watch 20 millionaires drive in circles and they start driving like they've never seen a car before. How many red flags did we have in Baku qualifying? I think it was 5. Quarter of the grid crashed during qualifying. And basically everyone went off the track too. So Baku qualifying was a wild one. He did it! Stunt on these hoes. Yeah, Yuki P6 in Azerbaijan. Great result. Papaya rules. Fart sounds will always get me. Max in the tractor. Very good. Really like that. Funny little animation style. Reminds me a little bit of the Lollipop Man comics, which I also watch. Missed opportunity not to call this the Lance Stroller. High Performance meets Parenthood, introducing the Aston Martin Egg 3 from Baby Style UK. Cool, there's an Aston Martin pram. Very nice. Max when Lewis is fast. Booms just awaken the Ancient One, but it's got Sid Sloth's head on it. George as handsome Squidward. I've never seen that before. George does look like handsome Squidward. That's all there is to say. He does. When you realise that you outperform Ferrari in a Williams. Very nice. Yeah, James Vowles is that golden retriever dog. Average formuladank user. Cargo fast, strategy, beautiful tracks, cities, tradition, like sports but not. Car sounds cool, occasionally exciting with a crash or some top tier driving. Bond over it with dad and granddad. Might be autistic, but I just love watching those go round and round. Thanks F1. You're welcome, random 4chan user. Did I build this right? Somebody's turned the SF24 into a lawnmower. That is incredible work. Yes, you did build it right. In fact, you did not build it right. The SF24 was fast. Nearly won the Constructors. The SF25, that's garbage. Dude completing side quests like it's nothing. Are you not entertained? He's that guy. It's his era. Okay, I'm gonna fight back in the championship. Damn, Yuki got hands with the bandaged up nose. Yeah, Lando not managing to get past P7 in Baku when, you know, the championship leader, his teammate, his rival, slams into the wall and gets 0 points. That is an enormous miss from Lando. He only got 6 points for the race. That is not going to cut it in the title fight. You know the shit got real when even Damon Hill started trolling. In 1993, I won the Italian GP in part because Alain Prost's Renault engine blew up. I'm now worried Renault will ask me to give the result back to him. What do you make of McLaren's policy of instructing a driver to sacrifice a guaranteed result in favour of his rival? I can see the logic, and I'm sure this isn't the first post that will come up, but yeah, McLaren's switch in Monza was just pathetic, really. The pit stop that happened to Lando was, unfortunate for him. He lost out, but as Oscar said on the radio, that's racing. That's not really something the team should be meddling with, in my opinion. You're free now, Roscoe. Eat as much meat as you like. This is a sad news that Roscoe Hamilton passed away. He was a vegan, along with his dad, so I guess he can have steak in heaven. The delusion is too much. Oscar Piastri, 324, Lando Norris, 299, Max Verstappen, 250. If those kids could do math, they'd be very upset. Yeah. Max is still very far away from the championship, but not as far away as he was, so who the hell knows. I failed my driving test, so I recreated the Charles Leclerc Payne Hill photos. Excellent job, Sylar4815. You nailed those poses. It is time to go. Was I a good? Okay, somebody's obviously not remembered to do the rest of the text on the meme. Was I a good boy? No, I'm told you were the best. Roscoe was a great dog, man. It's so sad to see him go. How everyone watched Carlos come across the line. Oh, I love anything with Williams getting positions, getting podiums. Well done, JV. Well done, Williams. Well done, Carlos Sainz. It's very wholesome. Well, as you can see, it is now the morning, or the morning in Singapore, which is like 1 o'clock. So, I was exhausted while I was doing this last night, and I fell asleep. So, let's pick up where we left off. Move of a world champion. Yeah, move of a world champion, that one. Very good. Yeah, very weird off weekend for Oscar in Baku. 2 crashes in 2 successive sessions. Probably the worst weekend I've seen him have in F1, and didn't really seem to, like, it came sort of out of nowhere. Another street track out there. Let's see if he can do a bit better this weekend. He's starting 3rd. Max Verstappen in his first GT race after years of iRacing. It's just like the simulations. Wow, I love the low poly Stormtrooper. Was that Battlefront 1 or 2? I don't know. I never played them. But yeah, it is funny, like, just decided to be successful at literally anything. And it worked. Max rocking up to the NLS race. How do you do, fellow amateurs? It must be pretty terrifying to be like a rookie in GT racing, and this guy technically is a rookie too, and he just happens to be like the greatest driver on the planet. I would not be filled with confidence if that was me either. Simply lovely. My name is Max. I'm going to break all your records. Oh, little baby Max. Glorious midfield king. Alex Albon. Yeah, lots of P5s and P6s this year. It's a shame he's not managed to get on the podium, and Sainz has. I feel like Albon's been so consistent, but Sainz has had the bigger peak. So Williams have got best of both worlds, really. Max got his Nordschleife permit. F1 is truly just a side gig to Max to fund his passion project. Oscar v Lando title battle, Max doing side quests. Oh, that hurts me. 4 consecutive poles in Baku, 0 wins. Yeah, he didn't get pole this year, obviously. And the I am stupid meme will live on in the memory. Max Verstappen qualifies P3 in his first ever GT3 event. That's how you drive a Ferrari. Oh man, yeah. It's just funny that it happens to be a Ferrari that he drove, and also using number 31, which is Ocon's number, and those two historically have not been the best of pals. So that's pretty funny. I love this sketch so much. It smell like bitch in here. Oh, y'all smell like bitch to me. Why you got so many necklace? Why you got necklace? Williams just kind of crapping on Ferrari in Baku. Williams podium, baby. Big O. Cameraman knew what he was doing. Yeah. The big sight, having a swig of water, and Lewis just sort of trundling off. That's art. I would call that art. That's like Renaissance stuff. Wrong driver. Lando, please put your car in the wall. We have to be fair. Yeah. Like, where do you draw the line? Like, is it just a bad pit stop, or what? How far can you take this parity thing that McLaren's trying to do? Commentators talking about how it's unusual for the lead driver to have a 20-second gap. First time? I don't actually know what the gap was in the GT3 race, but, well, judging by this meme, It was at least 20 seconds. Papaya rules or something. Yeah, Lando does appear to get the little girl treatment from this meme rather than the little boy treatment. I feel like that's been the biggest trend on this subreddit in the months that I've done this thing. So it's clearly something that the community feels very strongly about. Oscar, Lando just put his car to the wall. Please crash your car as well, or it won't be fair. Yeah. More of the same. Science driving past the Ferrari garage. Hi, Ferrari. Hi, Fred. Love it. Carlos, not like them. Well. I'm stupid. He's already Charles's son, his adopted son, and now he is the sins of the father passed down to the son. See it clearly. It's getting manipulated, man. Barely make it into Q3. Fuck yourself on lap 1. Box after Piastri. Make McLaren help you with team orders. Which race is that? Yeah, this is Monza again, isn't it? I'm not going to spend too much time on these McLaren memes because they're basically all the same joke. Rip to our good boy Roscoe. May you play catch forever with the angels above. 2025 officially Lewis Hamilton's worst year. At this point's not even funny. Yeah, he's been up against it this year. I mean, the sprint win in China was really the only positive I can picture. So I think now we're at the point where it's like next year is the year where something good's going to happen. I can't see him getting a podium this year, but if it does happen, I won't be upset. Championship deciding moment, Abu Dhabi 2025. Oscar, we're going to need you to pit to retire the car. Please, Oscar, remember the Netherlands and how unfair that was to Lando. That's another one. Add it to the McLaren Papaya rules counter. Hamilton v Rosberg 2016. Hamilton v Verstappen 2021. Norris v Piastri 2025. Where is the lie? Where is the lie? Congrats, France. You thought it would be different this time. No. Are we even surprised at this point that Max is just a rocket in everything? I, for one, am not. Does everything, P1. A twist on the Woody meme, very good. Oops, he did it again. Yeah, where has this come from? Red Bull seem to be absolutely nowhere for the sort of middle part of the season, the European part of the season, and now Max has just come alive, and he is a dark horse for the championship, but certainly not out of the equation, I think you'd say. Drag reduction system, RIP 2021 to 2025. Yeah, it's going to be pushed to pass next year. It's going to be an electrical thing rather than DRS. I don't know how it's going to go. It's been a sort of necessary evil, an ode to a real one. Maybe we'll see more of that at the end of the year. Max Hayes. When the last time you want to race? Saturday, Nürburgring. I'm sorry, I meant Formula 1. Last Sunday, Baku. Very good, yeah. Is that Max's face on Brad Pitt? I can't quite tell. It's a near thing, but it might be. Summary of this season. Zach, Stella, Norris, Piastri, Verstappen. Leclerc and Hamilton trying to push forward. Oh man. If it wasn't funny, it would just be sad. It's kind of both. Are you sure? Yes. Max cucking the World Championship. The WDC stands must world drivers cuckold, maybe. What do the comments say? This is a really good one. Missed opportunity to use this. McCucken. There you go. Okay. This happened to me the other day. Hey, are you sleeping? Yes, shut up. Since 2021, Magnussen has as many poles as Hamilton. Magnussen was Brazil 22. Hamilton was Hungary. I think it was 23. What if Max just wins every single race for the rest of the season? He might. Let's see what he does today. Not dank, just wishing our boy feels better soon. Oh. Get well soon, Roscoe. Look, he was a very old boy and he lived the most amazing life, so it's really sad that he passed away, but it wasn't like a wasted life, was it? It was a very charmed life, and Lewis obviously loved him to bits, so poor Roscoe. When your pit stop was slow but you have no one to swap positions with, yeah. Lando was out on his own in Baku, wasn't he? And that 7th place finish, I said it earlier, I said it when I was sleepy, could be a deciding factor, not being able to progress past Getting 6 points in Baku might hurt one day. Jesus Christ, it's exactly the same. RB debut win, Ferrari debut win. The only difference is there's no Helmut Marko in the background of the Ferrari win. I've seen enough. Welcome back 2023 Max. 19-second gap. That's the second time we've seen this exact image of Giga Chad with an F1 driver in this read-through. God's sake, how many more of these? Oscar, you won the championship last year. It's only fair that you let Lando win it this year. Very good. What is happening? What the fuck? I'm going to assume by the timestamp this is quali for Azerbaijan, where we had all the crashes. It's like watching 8 qualifying sessions that are capped at 4 minutes a session. It's rather impressive that Seitz and Lawson got through to Q8. Brought to you by the new Audi Q8. Nothing is happening in FP1. Oh my god, Paddock Cat, hi! Yeah, Paddock Cat was very cute, wasn't it? Paddock Cat's name is Matcha, by the way, if you didn't know. Oh, this is so good. Oscar pretending not to hear team orders at next Grand Prix. Yeah, this is so well cut out and rotoscoped. I think I've seen people who thought this was real. Who's at fault? I'm the Ferrari. I can see where this is going. Goodbye. That 100% the Aston Martin's fault, right? What do we think? I love just one frame it's there and the next frame it's completely gone. Yeah, 10-second penalty to walk on. I've seen enough. I'll tell you a secret. Every year we save one engine only for Monza. Oh my god. That didn't work, did it? That didn't really... Monza engine didn't really do much, but that is phenomenal. Wow. It would have been so good to see Ferrari do well in Monza. Oscar, Lando's girlfriend broke up with him. To make it fair, please break up with your girlfriend as well. Papaya rules are papaya rules. Oh, okay, it's gone a bit gay. I'm just gonna not entertain that. Yeah, yes, Williams, let's go! I love this little Williams mouse or hamster, whatever it is. It's so cute. Go Williams! Carlos getting a podium before Hamilton is diabolical. Certainly is. Huh, just because he had a slow stop. I do love Max's take on that. Why did Ferrari fire him? Are they stupid? Let's make this flare blue now. Scores podium in a Williams before Hamilton in a Ferrari. I mean, he is such a good driver. I still think he's quite underrated, even though he is rated very highly. Throwback to September 11th, 2024, when Oscar posted this photo and deleted it a minute later after realizing what day it was. Holy shit. I did not know that happened. Not ideal. Is there going to be a Taliban name in the comments? Comments have been locked for a second because someone got MBS confused with Benny. Oscar bin Laden. The World Drivers' Championship, that is. Oh my god. Oscar, please let Lando hit the first tower. He was stalled while hijacked. Jesus Christ. Oh my god. What is this subreddit, man? Why have I picked this place to set up my tent? Is there anything else? Or have we reached the top? Top post. Rest in peace, Roscoe Hamilton. Rest in peace, King. And the subreddit very poignantly has Roscoe as the banner for this month, I assume, going forward. That was a sad way to end the top post of Formula Dank for September 2025. But there we have it. Lots of papaya rules in there. Lots of Max winning at the Nordschleife. Bit of Roscoe. Bit of science. And some fun stuff in between. My favourite one from that, probably based on my reaction, as you can tell, was the McLaren boys sat in the cuck chair watching Max have his way with World Championship. Thought that was extremely well done. Okay, thanks for joining me. I'll see you next month. Ta-ta and farewell. Oh my god, I'm so tired.